Hi guys, so just a couple of things to remember before we get going. Firstly, please make sure you're fit and healthy before taking part in dance class. It is aerobic activity. If you're not sure, please consult a doctor first before undertaking any dance or fitness activity. The second thing is, remember, you may be doing this at home in your living room. Please make sure there's nothing that you can trip over. Some of the moves we do travel. And one of the other things to remember, be careful of any low light fittings that you may hit when you're raising your hands. So, room safe and ready, you're safe and ready, let's go.
Hi everybody, hope you're well. It's Karen and Lucy here from Jive and welcome back to another online class. We've got another 3 moves for you today. We've got our 2 beginners move, which are going to be the octopus and the yo-yo, and our improvers move is going to be the sway. So with a little bit of music, it's going to look a little bit like this. I'll just do it from this side for a change. Going to go like this for the octopus. So swapping sides, changing hands into the yo-yo. Out of the yo-yo into the sway. Out of it, changing hands back to the beginning. So there's our 3 moves. We're going to start with our first move, which is an octopus. So on its own, the octopus looks a little like this. We're going to come back, we're going to turn the ladies under, and back, turn ourselves under, and back, we turn our ladies under, and back. And at the end of this move, we will be changing hands, ready for our second move. So, what we're going to do, we're going to start off, I'll stay on this side, although I have my back to you, just means you can face us and see it a little better angle as well. So, it's a left-handed move, so the guys, or the leaders, are going to offer his left hand to his partner, a flat hand, back of the hand, facing their partner, palm yourself, and just taking the right hand from the followers, or the ladies in this case, over the guy's left. So we're just fingers over fingers. We're not holding on tight, especially with this move, because when we come to change places, we don't want to be twisting our wrists around each other. We just want to keep it fingers over fingers and nice and loose. So start off nice and close and square on with your partner. And what we're going to do is we're going to push with the back of our hand into the heel of your partner's hand or partner's palm. And ladies or followers, you don't want to take your elbow behind your body. You just want to collect. So as I push into Lucy's hand, her arm or elbow doesn't go behind her body, she just collects so that I can lead her back into that step. So if we start that again, nice and close, that's the guy's left or leader's left to the follower's right. We're just going to push with the back of our hand into the heel of your partner's palm and both take a step away. Now, as you step back, I'm going to offer my spare hand, my right hand, to Lucy. So we're double hand hold at this point. Now we are going to change places. We're going to change places a couple of times, and each time we change, as we're on this side, you're going to be facing towards us as well. That's if you're on the same side as me. You're going to be facing towards us as you turn. So we start by lowering our right hand. We raise our left hand. This is the leaders. We take our left over the right, and we both take a step forward, turning our partners in front of us as we both take a step in, as we both start to change places. Now, as you can see, I'm directly behind Lucy. I'm going to let go of my right hand that's on her waist. I'm going to slide my hand across her back as I continue to change places with her, and then I'm just going to retake with my right arm, so with my right hand. So a double hand hold at this point. Now we're going to do the opposite way. So I'm going to turn in front of Lucy. So she turned the first time. I'm going to turn myself this time. So the opposite way is doing it the other way around. So left hand down, right hand high. We then take a step in front of our ladies, or in front of our partners, taking our right hand over the top of the head. Now Lucy's hand is on my right hip. As I let go of Lucy's hand on my right hip, she then slides her hand across my back as we continue to change places down my left hand. So once again, we're double hand hold. So all we do from here is we finish how we started with the third. Turn is exactly the same as the first. We lower the right hand, we raise the left. We take the left hand over the right as we turn the ladies underneath. Again, letting go of that right hand that's on your partner's waist. Continue to change sides. And as we do so, what I want to do is just change hands into the right hand, ready for our next move. Now, like I said, when we were stepping back about the tension in the lady's arms and holding on tight with fists or anything like that, it's really important on this move not to hold on tight, because, like I said, especially with this move, as you start to turn in, if it's all going wrong, you're going to be twisting your wrists around each other. So you do need to keep such a loose grip. I could even do it fingers, fingertip to fingertip. So keep the fingers nice and loose. So when you turn your partners underneath, you can just turn your hands within your hands, if you like, so we're not twisting our wrists around each other, if that makes sense.
Okay, let's have a look at the octopus from the follower's point of view. So, should we do it from the other side? So, we've got left, we're offering our right hand, and Karen's going to push away, and I'm going to take hold of that spare hand. Now, as he draws me in, he turns me, so at this point we're both facing the same way. We always both face the same way when we do the octopus as we get brought into each turn. As he lets go of his right hand, I'm going to keep my left hand at waist height, because I'm looking to keep my hand there really all throughout the dance, so that as I step back, it's nice and easy for him to take hold of again. This time, as he brings me in by raising that right hand, he draws me in and I step behind. I don't try and go as far away as possible. I'm just going to go till I'm directly behind him. He lets go with the left and we just slide our hand across the back, and again, keeping it high. Try not to drop the hand as soon as you let go. So we're going to get drawn in again. So he pulls me in directly behind me. And then from here, as we step back, he's going to change hand into the right. So we're not changing our hands into the left. He's just changing. So we finish right to right.
Okay, just a quick point though. We could stay left to right. It's only because the next move is a right to right is why we're changing hands. Just before we go into the count, as Lucy has said, and obviously when we went through it first time round as well, remember we are stepping in and then we're stepping away. Okay, so we're stepping in each time and then we're stepping away. So often I see on the classes where the guys stay on, or the leaders stay on the spot, and they try and pull the ladies over and they try and stay on the spot, and basically just pulling the ladies around like a rag doll. So you do need to step in and step away each time. So the count on this, I'll show it from this side so I can face you. It looks like this. We're going to step back, we turn our partners, then we turn ourselves, and under, we step away, and stepping in and stepping away each time, and then back right to right. So I do it from this side, especially if you're following along at home. I count you in after 8, so we're going to go 7 and 8. We're stepping back, we're turning our partners underneath, we're turning ourselves underneath, we're turning our partners, changing hands at the very end.
I think personally this is the hardest of all the beginners moves, so if you find you need to rewind and watch it a few times, don't worry, absolutely no problem.
So adding on to excuse me, I'm going to cough.
We're going to be adding on with a yo-yo, which is a right to right handhold.
So from here, it looks like this. The yo-yo looks like this. We're going to come back into the side, turn our partners out, block, under and away. Now, normally we would stick on a counter turn at the end, but for this class, we're not going to put that last turn on because we can use that to our advantage for the last move. So it starts with a right-handed move. It's right to right. It's just like you're shaking hands to each other. Starting off nice and close, we're going to push away with the back of our hand again into the heel of the lady's palm, so we're still right to right. Now, what the guy's going to do, he's going to step in and draw the ladies in, and he's going to take his right hand to his left shoulder. Okay, now it's still slightly holding on to the fingertips. If it's a flat hand, it indicates a spin, which is a different move, but we're slightly holding on to the fingertips. So as I draw Lucy in, I take that right hand across to my left shoulder. I'll turn to show you in a sec. So here we go. If I turn Lucy now, like I say, the hand's across, left to my left shoulder, still slightly holding on, and we're side to side. Try not to kind of twist your body. I see that quite a lot. Try not to twist your body away from your partner. So it's just like we're walking past each other. So back in this position. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my right arm out to the right. And what I want Lucy to do is basically she's going to keep her weight on her left foot. So she's pivoting on that left foot, sweeping that right foot behind. Okay, I'm just being treated like a post, if you like, a bit of support. So with the spare hand, you can just bang it up on the guy's shoulder there. Also, it just gives you something to do with it, really, I suppose. But you're just turning your partners out to the side. So what we're going to do is bring our ladies forward. Now, you could turn and block if you find that easier. But for this class, we're going to bring the ladies forward for the block. So I'm leading Lucy forward for the block, and I take my right arm over to my right and block her. I'm basically blocking her from going underneath again for another turn. I'm stopping her from doing that. She's pushing with a forearm against my forearm, and we've got a flat hold at the top. So it's palms to palms at the top. Now, there'll be some natural momentum, natural tension pushing against your right forearm, which helps us. So from here, I've got something to push against, so I can push and raise, turning Lucy underneath for the turn. And when we face each other, I'm just going to lower the hand and take a step back. Now, like I said earlier, normally there'd be a counter turn on this move, but we don't need it in this case, so we're just going to hold it here right to right.
So let's look at the yo-yo from the follower's point of view. So right to right, nice loose handhold. It's very easy, ladies, if you've got long nails to kind of grip, which is uncomfortable for your partner. So from here, it's going to push away. Now, from here, Karen's going to draw me into the side, and I'm going to go as though I'm going to walk past him. So many times what we see, if I could just turn Karen round, is we see ladies come in and they're almost into this position already, and it pushes the poor guys out of timing. So we're going to step back, we're going to step in, and you can either place the hand up on the shoulder now or take it out to the side. Now, as Karen pushes down towards my hip with the right hand, I'm going to leave the left foot on the floor. As I turn, my left hand will come to his shoulder. The right foot, you can either sweep round or just step straight back.
For the guy side of things, one thing I didn't mention is you can either go forward with your left foot, to the side with the left foot, or you could go back with the left foot as well. So you've got a little bit of a choice there for the guys.
From here, Karen's going to sweep me back round. So as he pulls round with that right hand, I'm going to step through. And as we say, because his forearm's there, I naturally block. I can't go any further. Now from here, push and raise. I'm going to turn clockwise, and then he's going to drop the hand down, ready for the next move.
So as we speed this move up, the yo-yo, it looks like this. I'll show you first. It looks like this. We step back into the side, out to the side, bring your partners round, turn and raise, and face. And like I said, there's normally a return, which we won't do. I might put it in by mistake, but because I'm so used to doing it, but there's no return in the routine. So if you're following along, here we go. After 8, good luck. So we're going to go 7 and 8, right to right, back into the side, turn out, all the way round and block, under to face. And again, like I say, we'll leave it there. So we've got our yo-yo. We want to add our yo-yo to our first move, which was our octopus. So the two of them together, and then we'll walk it through, look like this. We come back, we turn under, we offer the hand. We turn ourselves under, we offer the hand, we turn ourselves under, and it's at this point we change hands into that right hand. So from here we can go straight into that yo-yo as we then turn the ladies out to the side. So for those of you that are following along, we'll just walk it through from the beginning, starting it through. Actually, I'll start on this side so you can face us as you do it. We're going to step back with double hand hold. So just to recap over the octopus, we're going to turn our ladies or partners underneath, change places and catch. We turn ourselves underneath. We change places and catch. We turn our partners underneath, and it's at this point, get ready to offer and change hands into that right hand. So from here, we've already taken that step back, which is the initial part of the yo-yo, or any move for that matter. So we can go straight into the yo-yo as we step in side to side. We're going to turn our partners out, bring our partners round to block, push and raise to turn, and away, and then we'll, like I say, we'll just leave it there. So we've got two together, We'll do it once without, and then I'll pop some music on. So after 8, if you're following along, we're going to go 7 and 8 octopus. Back, turning under, and catch. Turning ourselves, and catch. Turning our ladies. Change hands now into the yo-yo. In you come, out you go, block. Turn and raise, and back. So we'll put those two with some music, and then we'll add on our third move. Now it's fairly quick actually, this tune, so a bit of a tip, especially for the octopus, the quicker the music, the closer you need to be. What I mean by that is if the music was a bit slower, you could take some nice big steps back. As this tune is fairly quick, you'll need to be stay a little bit closer to your partner, okay, so you're not going too far away. So I'll count you in after 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octopus, back, and under, and back, and under, back, and under. Now change hands, yo-yo, out of the side, block, under you go, and back. We'll do it once more, and then we'll add on our last move. So 5, 6, 7, 8, octopus, back, and turn, and back. Change hands now here for the yo-yo, out of the side, block, under, and back. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there. So adding on, we're going to add on our final move of the routine, our improver's move, which is going to be a sway. So it looks like this on its own. We come back, we wrap our partners in, sway back, sway forward, out we go. And I'm going to change hands at this point, and then step back and offer at the end, ready for our octopus. So we're going to start with our right hand, guys right, or leaders right, to ladies or partners, followers left, as we take a step back. So it's right to right, just like you're shaking hands. So I was trying not to cough at the time, so I kind of got myself all confused where I was going. But it is right to right. It's like you're shaking hands. So from here, as we take a step in, I'm going to flick my right hand across as I step in, and I'm going to whip Lucy into my side. And as she steps in, she starts to turn. I'm going to bring this right hand up to her right shoulder. And if I shuffle around, I'm just going to shuffle around so you can see, my hand's on her hip. It's not right up behind her back, and her elbows, can flap around freely, if you like, as opposed to my arm being over the top. And I'm just going to offer my left palm. It gives me something to do with it, really. And it just means that, it's not kind of dangling down by the side. So from here, we're just going to sway our partners back onto the right foot. I've gone back on my right foot as well. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go forward. I have a bit more of a choice. So as a leader, I have a little bit more of a choice. Ladies, it's pretty much usually the right foot you go back on, but Lucy will cover that in a moment. So from here, I'm just going to sway Lucy forward. So she's going to come forward onto the right foot. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to nudge Lucy out for 2 beats. Okay, and I'm going to change hands on the second. So I nudge her with my right forearm for 1, and she steps out. And I'm going to pull back with this right hand and change hands into my left on the second count. So we're coming out in 2 beats. It's not being rushed. I'm just going to finish off returning her anti-clockwise, and then I'm going to offer my spare hand at the end, ready to go back to the beginning. Now, if you did forget to change hands where it's suggested, it's just my own personal preference. If you did forget to change hands and you came back here and stayed right to right, just don't panic. All you've got to do is change hands after the return, and you just need to change hands and then quickly re-offer there and then.
Okay, let's look at the sway from the follower's perspective. So we're right to right, and our partner just pushes us away. Now we get drawn in so that we are side to side. Now, you can go back on either foot, but the right tends to always look a bit neater. And if the guy does go back on the right, it does actually keep you nice and neat and compact in with your partner. You want to take this weight back onto the right foot. For some reasons, when we tell people to step back sometimes, they don't step back and they kind of do this knee bend by sticking the bottom out. So as we step back, you want to stay nice and upright. From here, Karen's now going to guide me forward, and he's going to do that by using this right hand and literally guiding me in the small of my back so that I can go forward. He's going to let go with the right hand, and he's going to nudge me out. And he's let go of the left hand. As he nudges me out, he keeps the hand low, and so as I unwind, he changes my hand into his left. From here, we're going to go with the anti-clockwise return. I'm going to keep my hand up at waist level because we're looking to keep our hands there really throughout the whole dance so that as I come back round, it's easy for Karen to pick it up, ready to go back to the octopus.
Okay, so we're going to speed this up with a little count. It looks like this. I'll just quickly show you. We step back, stepping in for the wrap, sway back, sway forward, pull back on 1, change hands on 2, return our ladies and offer, ready to go back to the beginning. Okay, so if you're following along with us, I'll count you in. We're going in after 8. We're going to go 7 and 8. We're stepping away, wrap to the side, sway back, sway forward, 1, pull back and change hands on 2, return and offer. So if we add this to our second move, which was our yo-yo, it looks like this. We're going to come back into the side, out to the side, block, push and raise. Now, instead of that return we were talking about, we can just pull our partner straight into our side for the sway. So we'll just do that bit together if you're following along with us, so that just a bit of a recap. Starting off right to right with your yo-yo, you're going to step away. Stepping into the side, so the hands across the chest, and then we just extend the right arm out to the right. As we lead our partners through and block, ready for the turn. Push and raise and turn. Now from here, it kind of feels, you can hopefully feel the tension there. And the ladies or the followers should be able to feel the bit of a pull there, ready so that we can use that to our advantage to whip our partners into the side. Obviously, remember to keep the hand on the hip, not behind the back. From there, we'll just sway back, sway forward, nudge out, 1, pull back on 2, step in and return, and then back ready for the beginning. So the 2 moves together without stopping, then we'll get the whole thing together. So after 8, if you're following along, we're going to go 7, 8, stepping back into the yo-yo, out to the side, and block, push and raise. Now whip straight into the sway, sway back, forward, nudge out, pull back and change hands, then return and back. Obviously we're offering hands, our spare hand for the beginning. So here we go. Let's go from the very, very beginning, starting off with our octopus. Our octopus, our yo-yo, then our sway. So after 8, good luck. We're going 5, 6, 7, 8 octopus, step back, turning under and away, turning yourself and away, turning your ladies, change hands, yo-yo, stepping in, out to the side and block, push and raise, straight into the sway now, pull back, whip into the sway, sway back, sway forward, nudge out, pull back and change hands and then return. We've offered the spare hand and then we can go into our octopus again. So we've got our 3 moves. I'm going to stick some music on and we're going to go twice through and then I'll leave you for a bit of practice. Don't forget, just play around with different music, play around with different genres and and pick music. I know it sounds strange, but pick music that you like. Some people just pick music for the sake of it. They don't actually pick their favourite tunes, but play around with music that you like as well. So here we go then, our 3 moves, twice through, starting off with the octopus. 5, 6, 7, 8, octopus, back, under, and back. Now yourselves under, and under, change hands, yo-yo, and block, straight into the sway, whip your partner in, back. Change hands, back to the octopus. Turn in your partner, change hands, yo-yo. Block straight into the sway. Sending her out, change hands, return, and back. So there we go. There's our there's our 3 moves for today's class. Hope you got on with them okay. Don't forget, like Lucy said, just pause or rewind if there's any parts you need to go over again. And thanks very much for joining us and supporting us and joining us for our online classes.
Yeah, and hope to see you all again next week.
Yep. Take care of yourself. Have a good week. Mind, there you go. Bye.
Bye.